Let me take you back to a time where these words were used. The calm before the storm. Everything is calm right now. Then there became a word of peace and safety. Now, if you notice, the world is silent. Everything is quiet. There's no storms. There is some coronal mass ejections, but there hasn't been any lightning, thundering storms. No earthquakes, no mudslides. Only a flood, but it's been a while. But it's eerily quiet. I don't know if I'm the only one feeling this anxiety of anxiousness and just feeling palpitations with like your heart, or just having anxiety. So in my dream last night, I kept waking up and seeing this is what I drew. I don't know if you can see it, but I kept waking up and seeing this, which is like counting down, like a clock or a time or something like that. And you can see that there is, lines on this paper, and this is what I kept seeing in my dream. It's like a countdown of the time to come. What that is, I don't know, but I know it's a countdown because I kept seeing it over and over again. And each time I woke up, I had anxiety. Like my anxiety was like ramped up. So I encourage you to have faith. And like I said, in case anything doesn't happen today, tonight, tomorrow morning. When I'm saying tomorrow morning, I'm saying at 12 a.m. Don't get discouraged. Have faith. Don't fall off. Because this right here, it speaks about timing. It's timing, where you at on the clock, till countdown. This is what this represented to me, was countdown. But countdown for what? I don't know. But there's a countdown. Is it the rapture? I don't know. But I know every time I woke up, I had anxiety, and every time I went back to sleep, I saw this. That's a countdown. Where are we at? So, I just want to bring your attention to how the world is quiet. No activity, no activity on the earth. It's very quiet. And there's that peace and safety. I know it was supposed to be 72 hours for Hamas to make a decision, sign the paper or not. I haven't been keeping up with it, or what's going on in this three-eyed atlas. I mentioned before that these beings that are coming on these motherships, they're hostile beings, they're fallen angels, they're beings that has so-called tampered with man and recreation or recreated man in supposedly their own image. See that you're not discouraged. There is a storm brewing because it's eerily quiet all over the world. See that you stay in faith. See that you continue to keep watching. Like I said, what I saw was a time overlapse. What I saw was a falling away of the groom, of the bride, which means 5 virgins, and it was 10 virgins, but 5 of them had low of oil. That oil was low. So don't be one of those virgins, one of those 5 virgins that has low oil. Stay in the faith. Don't get discouraged, because this right here tells me something's coming. This right here tells me something is coming, and something's coming. And there's always a time what's called divine timing. The Holy Spirit is not ever late, but always on time. So, and I can attest to that. At the time when I was in Satan's kingdom and I'm in Sodom and Gomorrah, you can feel the femininity, you can feel the sexual tension inside this room. Like I said in my other video, you can only these things that you can do to get put out of a room. Drugs, lewdness, insidious behavior, fighting, making hooch, tattoos. These are the main things. And me, I was not doing any of that stuff. But what I did see when I was in Satan's kingdom, that there were those that were planning, high-fiving. Because when I went from one room to another one, and the other person said, well, who is the vegan? And they say, well, it's your celly, it's the one that's sleeping up above you. And the guy said, I'm gonna get him. He's not even gonna see it coming. So I ran from that room. But when I ran from that room, they brought me to Sodom and Gomorrah. When I got in Sodom and Gomorrah, I said, I'm the vegan. And then one feminine guy said, you don't be quiet. We're gonna, roll you up out of here, which means a multitude of ritual type thing that they do. Blood sacrifice, if you will. And by 12 a.m., I was fighting to sleep. And I see the feminine guy that walks by and said, we're gonna roll you up out of here. I'm like, my eyes are getting heavy and heavy and heavy and heavy and heavy. And I'm like almost about to fall asleep, almost about to knock out. As he walked by my bunk, I'm seeing him. And I'm almost about to pass out. And all of a sudden, my name get called and I get removed from Sodom and Gomorrah. So when there is imminent danger, when there is a storm brewing and the storm is just about to hit, divine timing, the Holy Spirit will strike and remove its anointed, its people, because it's been proven to me by removing me from Sodom and Gomorrah, because these men were planning. They were planning so much that they decided to make someone get up from their bunk that was on the bottom versus me sleeping at the top bunk. So this would make easier access to them, to me. But the Holy Spirit wasn't having it. The Holy Spirit moved me out of that room before I can even completely fall asleep. Not only that, seeing this jackal, a hyena, a wolf pass by my bunk at the minute that my eyes start to get heavy. Then the crazy thing about the Holy Spirit, the very room I ran from, the Holy Spirit put me right across from it, as if the Holy Spirit taunting them and say, I dare you to touch him. I dare you to touch my anointed. The names started going around Moses. A young man in there said that you remind me of Moses sitting up on a mountain looking down upon his people. So that name went around. So what I'm saying is have faith and divine timing. It may seem like the Holy Spirit is not on time. It may seem like the Holy Spirit is not on time. But this is what I kept seeing. At least 3 or 4 times when I woke up and went back to sleep, my anxiety was high. And I know I'm not the only one having anxiety about this. But the Holy Spirit is always on time. This is what I'm trying to say to you. The Holy Spirit is always on time. I'll give you 2 more instances. When I was sleeping in my cousin's car, I said, Holy Spirit, I need socks. I need underwear. I need tank tops. And it was becoming winter, and I said, I need something warm to wear because I was sleeping in a car. Within 3 days, 3 to 4 days, I received exactly what I asked for. I'm walking to Walmart, it's drizzling, it's raining, and I see 2 bags sitting at the bus stop. I picked up those 2 bags, they felt heavy. And I took those bags with me to Walmart. And when I went into the restroom, I opened up the bags. It was socks, underwear, t-shirts, tank tops, and 2 warm-up suits. You think that's something? I lent my cousin, this is another thing about timing and the Holy Spirit. I led my cousin, even though I didn't have money and I'm sleeping in his car. He asked to borrow $10 from me. and he had just asked for it like a couple days later, a couple days prior to me. Well, this is what I said. I said, man, I sure can use that $10. But I said that in my head. And when I said that, here's somebody, I don't have money. You know, the Holy Spirit was providing for me at this time. And this is what I'm trying to say about faith. And I'm sleeping in a car. I maybe have $4 maybe to my name, if that. The one thing I can say is I didn't go hungry or thirsty as I slept in this car. The Holy Spirit always kept positive energy around me, that I would not have trouble from unwanted guests. So the day I said, I sure can use that $10, but I said it in my head. In a matter of seconds, we walking out of my cousin's apartment. I mean, his literal apartment where he lived. Open up his door, you walk into his apartment. We walk outside the door. As soon as I said that, out on the cement, there was a brand new folded up $10 bill sitting there waiting for me. On the ground, on the sidewalk. As soon as I say, and I sure can use that $10. I had already gave him the $10 like a week ago, a week prior for me saying that. And just when I needed it, I said I sure can use that $10. As soon as we walked out of his apartment, $10 bill laying right there on the floor, folded up nicely, brand new $10 bill waiting for me. So, to you, it may not seem like the Holy Spirit is on time. But you wait until the storm starts. Like I said, calm before the storm. It's only been cloudy. No storms have hit, nothing. Chaos hadn't started yet. But as soon as the chaos starts, that's when the Holy Spirit's going to strike. Calm before the storm. Everywhere is calm. Nothing's happening yet, but it's eerily quiet. You see mounds and mounds of clouds, but no activity. Confirmation. So, have faith. Because this is what I had before I even read a Bible. And at this time, it was 2018. And this was when the Holy Spirit was really on me. It was really providing for me. Providing safety for me, covering me, keeping me within his quiver. Providing that blanket, that covering, keeping positive energy around me. But the times that I've been sleeping in that car, I've seen the security guard in this apartment complex, and the security guard would just drive right by. Cops would just drive through and drive right by. But the Holy Spirit kept them blind from me, blind from seeing me. It may not seem like the Holy Spirit is on time, but it will. Trust me when I tell you the Holy Spirit is on time. He is on time. This has been my time. This has been my time. I'm going to say, learn to love each other like you love yourself. Learn to forgive and let live and let go. For this is your salvation. For if you do not do these things, you will not be on that boat. And remember Noah. It was always like Noah felt like it was delayed, like it wasn't going to happen, like that storm wasn't going to come, like that rain was not going to hit, that flooding was not going to happen. And Noah was told to get on the ark and stay on the ark. Gather up all your livestock, 2 of everything. And people kept laughing at him, saying he was crazy. It's exactly what they said to me when I was in Satan's kingdom. Crazy old man. Crazy old man. But yet, there were DAs that wanted to hang me for something I didn't do. But then the Holy Spirit also, when I first got there, it was a man lawyer. 2 months after I'm there, I wind up with a female lawyer, one that wanted to fight for me. The DAs that was working with her didn't want to hear what she had to say. And the Holy Spirit moved them out of the way and brought in a DA that would listen to her. One person. Soon after I was told that I was going home, this DA changed jobs. The Holy Spirit sent that DA that freed me and seen my innocence. So you gotta have faith. You may not think the Holy Spirit will be on time, but He will. The I Am will be on time. Our timing and the I Am's timing is not the same. We're on earth time. The Holy Spirit is on divine time. This is the one out.